Today we're taking a look at a pedal board from my good friends over at Guitto. Hey everybody, my name is Jonathan. Welcome to my Pink Room of Doom. As always, I hope you're doing well today. So, this is a sponsored video by Guitto or Joyo. They're kind of one and the same. I think Guitto is like a sub-brand, something like that. I have had a couple of Guitto products on the channel thus far, notably a cleaning kit, which I use all the time. So thank you very much for that. But today we're taking a look at this pedal board. There are links in the description if you want to check one of these out for yourself. They do come in 3 different sizes, a small, a medium, and a large. This is the medium, so nice halfway ground for anybody looking for a really nice pedal board. And while I'm opening the box here, make sure you go down there while you're checking the description and just subscribe to the channel, folks. That really helps out a lot. It really helps keep content coming, content like this. I think a lot of collaborators of mine like to see that the channel is continuing to grow thanks to their awesome products and their awesome support. Okay, so in opening the box, you get this really nice gig bag kind of thing. That's what I'm gonna call it, a gig bag, because I'm assuming you would probably put your pedal board in here whenever you want to take it to a gig, things like that. It's got a nice big pocket on the front. There we go, there's the zipper. I always like to check these pockets just to see if there's anything kind of hanging out in there. There is not in this case. So let's go ahead and unzip the pedal board. And then in that smaller box, you do get this. So you have the pedal board, looks like you got a tool here, an instruction manual, some screws, some plastic bits, all that kind of stuff. And although it looks like a lot, I think I understand why this is the case. Based on photos that I've seen, and even looking at the pedal board here, I'll show you in a second, it looks like the way that this works is that instead of traditional like Velcro or things like that, where you stick it to the back of the pedal and then stick it onto the Velcro on the pedal board, this looks like it's got little things that slide in between. So you literally just put your pedal on there, take the 2 sliders or however many you need, slide them together so it holds your pedal in place, you tighten the screws in the back, and you're good to go, which I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan of that idea because everybody knows that the Velcro makes a mess and it's kind of annoying, especially when, in my case, you get a new pedal board and all your pedals have the rough side of the Velcro for the soft pedal board, but it's backwards. So now your pedal board has the rough side, your pedals have the rough side, and they don't stick. I digress though. So what do you get in that bag? There's your owner's manual that shows you how to do it. Here's the medium pedal board here. And as you can see, it looks like it's got these like rail looking things on there. So there's that. On the back, this is kind of cool. You do get your tools hidden back here. So it looks like a couple of Allen keys, things like that. You do have some props right here, it looks like, where if you go like that, the legs kick out and it angles it up, kind of like on a keyboard, you know, when you want to angle your keyboard up. Really cool. This is called the Guitto GPB-02. I'm assuming the 01 is the smaller one, the 03 is the bigger one. But again, check those links down there in the description. So it looks like you have a handle here. Another handle that's for the side so you can pick it all up at once, which is cool. And then the aforementioned screw and it looks like nuts or washers kind of thing. And then the little plastic pieces where you put them on there and slide them together. So let's go ahead. I've done a lot of talking on this pedal board, I know. Let's go ahead and assemble it and get a couple pedals on this thing. Okay, so just a couple of things while I'm kind of going through and getting everything set together. So this is the back of the pedal board here. It's not a powered pedal board, but Guitto thought of that, because if you happen to have something like power supply, so this is my iTone power supply, which I do have a video on that if you want to check that out. And I'm also running a giveaway for some iTone pedals up until April 30th, 2025. So if you're watching this beforehand, make sure you enter that. But up here at the top, there are 2 little screws here. And what you can do essentially is mount power supply. And you do have these pieces right here to do that. So you would just put them on there one way or the other like that. I'm still trying to read the instruction manual and figure out how to do that, but you do have the option to mount the power supply. I'm assuming something like that, which is really cool. So you can get an independent power supply and have it all ready to go. So thus far I'm impressed with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and assemble this a little bit and then I'll show you how to put on these little pieces here and start mounting your pedals to your Guitto pedal board. All right, so I've got the power supply mounted here, and it was actually very easy to do. What I suggest you do is put the power supply on the board like that, and then place the braces on there and then screw them in. Because if you try to screw in these and then try to fit it up under there, it's not gonna fit unless you have a very thin power supply. But yeah, it is in there. It's not going anywhere. All right, so now on to installing these little pieces right here. So these are the actual pieces that will slide together and lock in your pedals. So the way that I've found that's easiest to do it, so I'm using the Allen key, this one with the little handle that's been provided. So you have three main parts of this component here. You have the actual plastic piece itself, you have a little screw here, and then you have a little nut right here. It's like a little elongated kind of nut here. So what I would like to do is in one of these grooves, wherever you want to put it, so I have this one right here already installed, but I'll show you kind of how I did it. So what I would do, take that nut and drop it with the ridge side up, so facing you, drop it in there and turn it kind of sideways, like this. Because this nut is what's going to keep the slidey bit in place. So with it being sideways like that, you now want to take your screw, drop it in like that, and then you want to line that up with the nut, and then just tighten it down. So what you don't want to do all the way, you don't want to tighten it all the way just yet, so you want to leave it slightly loose, because now you have these both on there. As you can see, they're on there. They're not going anywhere. So as long as those little pieces like that are sideways, they will lock in. And then whenever you have your pedal on there the desired length, you tighten them down like this. So let's say I have a pedal there, which I will put a pedal on here like that, and then you can see they are locked in place. And then obviously it's easy as just loosen the nuts and they slide back. This is really, really cool. I really like this. This is just so cool. All right, so we're gonna try to do a couple of different things. I think this is gonna be really fun. So I've got a couple of different pedals here and a little amp of varying sizes, and we're gonna see if we can mount them all using these. So we have this Behringer overdrive that I just have kind of kicking around. We have the Sonic Cake Valois, which I have a video on this if you want to check that out. I've got a couple of little Pogo Lab pedals here, just, you know, small, normal size pedals like that. Got videos on this entire series if you want to check that out. And then, just for fun, because it's relative here, we have the Joyo Jam Buddy. So I'm gonna see if we can actually mount that to the pedal board as well, in case you want something to warm up with, or just like a little practice-y kind of thing on the go. I thought that'd be kind of fun. So just for example, let's see if we wanted to put the Valois on there. Just because I already had these two installed here. So you would just say, let's put it over here. So let's say that's where you wanted it, right? So you would just put those together like that, put them flush against the body of the pedal, tighten them in, and yeah, I mean, I'm pulling on it. It looks like, I mean, if I really pull, it's gonna come up, but yeah, these are tight. I wanted to make sure, but yeah, I mean, like, unless you actually grab it and like shake it, I mean, it'll come off, but I mean, it moves a little bit, which is fine. But yeah, I mean, if you were to put your foot on it and use it, it would hold it in place, you know? It's there, so I mean, like I said, it's not gonna like secure it where it's what, but I mean, if you take and turn your pedal board over, it's not gonna go, or if it flies off somewhere, it's not gonna go flying. But again, if you really wanted to pull it loose, you could. Whether you view that as a negative or a positive is on you. I think that it's not bad because again, it is holding it in place. The sides of these do have a little bit of like rubbery kind of grip to it, so that's kind of cool. So I would say that the Valois gets a pass. Let's try it now with like this. This is a plastic casing, as is this, but this is like a, everybody knows Behringer pedals are like cheap. Let's say we wanted to put it up towards the top of the pedal like that. So you would take again and just screw these down really nice and tight, push them flush against the pedal, and looks like it's coming up a little bit. Now again, this is over exaggerating, so take that for what you will, but I mean, as far as if you were just putting it on a pedal board like that, I mean, tapping it, I mean, it's not really gonna move all that much. For what you're using it for, again, I'm over exaggerating with the turning it over and shaking it and everything, but it seems like it's holding it rather well. I think I tightened that one a little too much, but I digress. Ooh, yeah, I actually loosened that nut a little bit. So yeah, so if that nut spins around, you do see that it will come up. So you will have to, just giving you positives and negatives on it, you will have to go back in there and kind of refix it a little bit. So you can just turn that around sideways like that. And then screw that back in, and then it should lock right in place. Yeah. So we're back. So you see, it's pretty simple to fix. But anyway, let's go to a smaller pedal now, an even smaller pedal. And you always got to remember to make sure that your jacks are not being blocked. So you would push these really tight together like that. Tighten these bad boys down so they don't go anywhere. And yeah, that's on there. Again, not going anywhere if you turn it over. Awesome. All right, so let's just loosen these up. Slide them, they are still in place. And then I had this one too, but it's the same kind of deal. Let's just check and see if the big boy, the Joyo Jam Buddy, let's see if we can mount that to the board if we really wanted to. We'll put that right up there. Look at that. That's perfectly, almost like it was made for it. It wasn't made for it, but you know, it is what it is. So let's say you wanted to have this little thing on your pedal board for whatever reason, which the Joyo Jam Buddy is great. If you have not seen the video that I made on that, this is a really, really impressive little amp. And yeah, obviously you can take more of these and put them like down here and extra secure it. I've only got 2 of these, so it's not like the most secure thing in the world. But I mean, you got a bag full of these things, folks. You could put one on each one of these rows and extra secure these things. But I mean, even with just 2 of them, I mean, you know, if you were kicking it and doing all that kind of stuff and going like that and slapping it and moving it and doing all that other kind of stuff, I mean, it would stay in place. So yeah, I mean, I'm impressed with it. This is really, really cool. This is really nice. I really, really genuinely enjoy this pedal. That would probably be the one thing is that it may do that. But again, trade-offs, right? So you would have to, again, take that nut off, put it back in there, realign it, but that's not that big a deal. Really, at the end of the day, I like this better than Velcro. So the Guitto GPB-02 gets a massive pass from me because I think this is a bit of a revolutionary pedal board. Now, I'm not like a pedal board aficionado. I know there are people out there that are like, this already exists. They already did this years ago. Cool, if they did, awesome. Guitto is doing it as well, and they're doing it well. But yeah, I mean, this is really cool. I like this. I like that you can, again, mount the power supply there. I like that it's got the little retractable things that you can use to angle your pedal board. I really, really like that. So you get nice and comfy. You have the Allen keys that are conveniently located on the back, so you can make adjustments on the fly. And then again, I do still have one of the little things here that slide around. Really, really cool. I like this. I will probably end up using this pedal board to fill out some of the pedals that I got back there on my little shelf, because I do have a lot of my little pedals back there that are just kind of hanging out, and I swap them around when I want to use them and such and such and such. And I really, really am impressed with this pedal board. This is so convenient, it's so simple, and it's affordable. Again, there are links in the description. They got small, medium, and large, whichever size you want or need, and they're rather affordable. They're very, very well built. I mean, it's all solid metal. These things are heavy. The nice gig bag there will help protect everything, keep it all nice and protected. And again, you saw that you could even put like a freaking amp on there if you wanted to, and have something like that on the go for warm-ups, practice, sound checks, like if you're, you know, making sure your electronics work, all that kind of stuff. It's all there. You can have it all there ready to go. So thank you very much, Guitto, for sponsoring this video. Greatly appreciate it. This pedal board is awesome. And I don't tour or anything, obviously. I don't play shows, but I do have a pedal board here, and I like to swap out pedals a lot. So this pedal board will make that much, much easier. Again, there are links in the description. Thank you very much, Guitto, for sending this out. If you want to check one of these out, check the link in the description. Also, make sure you subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time in my Pink Room of Doom. Take care.